Hey guys! Welcome back to YouParty. This episode is about my slime birthday party. For the jello, I used small containers and 3 different colors: red, green, and blue. I used the recipe on the box to make the jigglers, which is slightly heavier than making the jello the regular recipe, which is by adding less water than you would normally have to. If you overmixed it like I did, you may end up with a lot of foam. I should have scooped it at this point, but I didn't, and that's totally fine. Try to scoop it later before you let it set. I would like to also mention, if you are giving away some slime in small containers like these or similar, please don't forget to label them so the kids don't have the wrong ones. Also, a great tip to recycle the containers by having the kids, after they are done eating it, they can just wash it, and you provide them with everything they need to make slime, and then just have the kids at the end of the party making their own slime and using the same containers. So as you can see here, it took me forever to scoop the foam from every single container individually. Please don't do that. First, don't overmix it, and after you're done mixing it, just let it set in the mixing bowl for a while, and then try to remove the foam before you start pouring it into the small containers. I had to scoop it from every single one individually, and that took forever to do. But as you can see, you can do that even if you did not do it the first time. So I finished preparing all the containers. As you can see, I have red, green, and blue, and they're all the same recipe for the jigglers. For the cupcakes, I made mini cupcakes. I removed the liners, and then I flipped them on top of new liners. Also, I want to point out that cupcakes will get stuck to the liners, especially mini cupcakes, because they're extremely delicate. Just put the cupcakes in the fridge for a few minutes until they are firm. Do not even try to remove it after you take them out of the oven, because when they are hot, they are extremely delicate. You don't want to even touch the cupcakes at that point. So I'm using regular liners, as you can see. I was planning to make custom ones at home, but I did not have time to. However, if you used the same liners that you used to line your cupcake pan, don't forget to try to spread them with your fingers a little bit before you put the cupcake on top of it, because if you don't, they will crumble the wrong way. To decorate the cupcakes, I used a royal icing. I colored it in green and yellow, the yellow just to make it extra poppy. I'm just making random shapes because it's supposed to be slime, so everything is slimy and random and just not perfect. That's the idea. So you don't have to be an expert or anything to decorate anything in a slime. So just make whatever and it will work, basically. These are the ingredients that I used for the no-bake cheesecake. The ingredients and the recipe will be in the description box below, hopefully by the time I upload this video. I use these containers for the cheesecake. I use some of the leftover cakes at the bottom for the cheesecake. For the layers of cheese filling, I'm mixing some gelatin, sugar, and hot water. I mixed the cream cheese with the vanilla extract. I used yellow and green coloring to color the cream cheese. Whisk and see if you like the color. If you don't like it, you can always add more, but don't add too much from the beginning because it's impossible to take away some of the colors. When you're happy with the colors, just add the rest of the ingredients and mix it. For small containers, it's always better to add the filling in a piping bag, or if you want to have the same quantity in every single one. That wasn't the thing I was going for at this point, but because the containers, as you can see, are so tiny, it's impossible to scoop and put it there. And then I added another layer of cake and another layer of the mixture, but this time in yellow. And I also went against my tip, and I did not use a piping bag for this time. And as you can see, it's not perfect when you use a spoon, so please use a piping bag. It's gonna make it perfect. For the mirror glaze, I have sugar, colored sugar, food coloring in green and yellow, candy thermometer, gelatin, sweetened condensed milk, vanilla extract, and water. I prepared the board for the cake by cutting the desired shape and covering it with a foil. Covering the board with white ganache, and then I'm going to layer the cake on top of it. Then I flip the whole thing upside down, and using a small knife, I'm going to trace the shape of the board and take it from there. When you are happy with the shape, just flip it and cover the entire thing with white ganache. At this point, you should put another layer of white ganache. I did not have enough time, so I skipped that, and as you can see, it shows later on. I should mention that I colored the mirror glaze with green and yellow to give it that poppy color. And just pour the mirror glaze on the whole cake. Add more in the spots where you feel like you need to because it's not covered. It's not gonna cover the first time. You may need to keep applying it over and over until it's fully covered. Also, mine is not perfect because I added it to the crumb coat. I did not add another layer of white ganache on top of the cake. At this point, I'm just adding multiple layers. And as you can see, it's still so thin because mine did not turn out well. At the end, I just added multiple layers until I got the consistency that I wanted. Not the desired one, but the best I was able to get. I also added some colored sugar. And here's how everything looks in the party. Hope that you guys liked it. Please leave me a comment below. Let me know what do you think of this episode and what you want me to do for our next episodes. What was your favorite so far? And also if you can find the hints for the next episode. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel to support me. Please share it everywhere. And thanks for watching.